scared what to tell my kids, y'all. We live in a system that's designed for us to fail, and I don't know what to tell them. I don't know what to tell them. When they get older, they're going to face a system that tells them there is no you. There is only who I want you to be. From your latest cell phones to the style seen in your most recent videos to my implementation of what you call swag. If you can't brag about how many women you have or the $200 denim on your butt, you are worthless. Your purse is not hot if it is a fall edition and we are in the winter. And as long as your kids have Jordans on their feet, it is okay if they have to eat top ramen for a week for dinner. Your check is in the mail. You fail at becoming grown men, so you don't bother with your younger ones. Give them to me. I'll program them to Viacom. Have them growing up with a single mom and extensive rap sheets and ADD with no off switch and download a defense that is nothing but false self-confidence shown through them being overly aggressive. Your misguided women want nothing but diamonds and Fendi, or dreams of finding a professional athlete to pay for their lives because to them being a wife is not a lifestyle, it is trendy. Trendy to have like a little black dog carried around in a bag. The deconstruction of your black woman and man are going according to plan. Flip the coin, and for those who have chose not to go down that road, make sure that any statement they make that may challenge their masculinity are followed by statements of insecurity. We can't have them thinking for themselves. Programmed written to be a mirage. Close enough to see, yet too far to reach. Their aesthetics too pathetic, aka camouflage. Allow them to blend in. Keyword trend. Downtown corner full of rappers who refuse to give up even though their stuff sucks, but will allow them to say their piece. At the very least, it'll make them a quick buck. Any more success initiate operation exploitation. Throw them a bit more cash. I am the system. Programmed to initiate commands. You Negroes, you people are programmed not to ask. Empty vessels who have sold their souls a long time ago, and you call me robotic. I am the system. Systematically set to just do. You are systematically set to just do and not think, and you call me robotic. Error, redundancy, error, repeat, error, redundancy, error, repeat. Pardon me. I was scanning your culture, current popular music. You want a cop to pay for killing one of you, but carry a no snitching policy in your own community, which allows you Negroes, you people to have absolutely no accountability. Irony overload, reset.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to my few troopers. How are you guys this morning? How's your Sunday going so far? Mine's, it's all right. It's going easy, you know. It's going easy.
I believe that this.
Let's see here. Feels good to be a grown man, like an adult. Feels good to carry myself that way. on and off live, on and off of YouTube, whether you're looking at me or not. It's something to say about people who know how to be one. Not fall for the trap. Play ignorant social media games. I appreciate you people who've been rocking with me since I've been on this online thing. And proof in the pudding, man. I've only come up here and tried to be positive. And that's it. Especially with the climate such as it is on YouTube, in the quote unquote community we've come from. I have never in my life witnessed or been a part of or been able to see from the inside the fuckery that is maintained by adults. Do you think this community is ran by teenagers, people in their young mid-20s? We're talking 35, 40, 45-year-olds. So I'm glad I broke away when I did. Well, I want to ask you. I'm gonna ask you guys a few questions real quick. Who's broke away first? I mean, talking about head first in the KJ story. Head first, as involved as anybody could be, and who broke away from that shit first? Publicly addressed. Okay. Who started his own channel with no gimmicks? No setups, no ads, no subscribe, no push to like and subscribe, with the need. Who refused to grow on another man's back as far as subs? I refuse to have somebody say, "With you guys because of me." And that's in lieu of me giving props and respect to where I come from. Who said I'd rather stay small and rock with who I'm rocking with than to grow and not know who's helping me grow or why, Who pushed live and was positive from the gate? From the first live to today, up to today. From the gate. No back and forth with another man. No sitting there talking about, these numbers, that numbers, this and that. I ain't never been about the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I ain't never try to grow this shit. I try to do it organically. I said it from the very beginning. And who stays away from beef and don't mention others' names? Yeah, I say certain shit. And let me tell you, I was watching the live here recently, and this goes to show y'all, it proves my point. The last live I did, I made claim that people have emulated. And people be looking at numbers. Like I've said this from the beginning, way in the beginning. I'm the little guy. And y'all mark my words, people who've been following me. Just because I'm a little guy don't mean people aren't picking up on shit. And I also said they're not going to give you credit because you're a little guy. It fucks with their credibility. You're watching a guy with 40-something subs and getting shit off of him. Interestingly enough, in the last live I did, I said they probably won't even get this far listening to the live. But I'll be damned. A reference I made, it just makes all of it make sense. Even though the person tried to put me down and make it seem like how the hell I get what I got from you when you ain't been through nothing and you got 40 subs. Hi. I'm gonna tell you, Not every criminal goes to jail, and not everybody who's out there maintaining their street life gets locked up for 10 years. You know, there's some stupid criminals out there too, and there's some people who actually have done smart crime. You know, so you can't really, and then not knowing who each other are, you can't say who's been through what, right? But I can speak on what I've seen factually. Factually, no one was going live from their couch with no gimmicks. Factually, no one has grown their channel to whatever it is without the help of someone else. Factually, I don't fight with other people and get views off that shit. Factually, what I do on my small channel is emulated on the big channels. And how would you know I said that if you wasn't watching my shit? How would you know I said that? I said that deep into the live, an hour into the live, which tells me you sitting in the bushes like you been doing exactly what I said. You confirmed it. And you could tell the person didn't want to speak on it because they're basically admitting that they watch me. So you've been watching from the bushes, picking up on my shit, sucking the subs out of somebody else's shit, turned on them, and now you did all this by yourself. All I gotta say is no matter how big or small I am, I've spent nothing but facts on this page. And no matter how big or small I am, the people I got are from me. I didn't steal people, cause controversy, and turn my back on people, and you know I don't do that. So I'm small based off Sean. You are who you are based off everybody else. Facts. So I feel good no matter what the numbers are, because one number is factual. One person been watching me, and it's you. So thanks. I appreciate that. You're welcome. And I just wanted to say that. Look, remember, and I didn't even say no names. So that's another. Remember, I also said a person who feels some type of way based on what I'm saying is guilty. So you listening deep into my live and speaking on what I said as if I'm talking to you, because I was. And you know I was. And you know I'm telling the truth. That's why you spoke up about it. And because you got a little clout, you don't want to mention my name. But I know who you're talking about, just like you knew who I was talking about. I love it. But what I don't like is this childish shit. That's why I stay away. As long as enough to like break up the monotony, I don't want that spirit of fuckery on me in no kind of way. And no matter what, that shit keep coming up in my news feed. It's like a fucking cancer. But I've stayed on the same shit since day one. I've been right about pretty much everything I said. Pretty much everything I've said. And it's funny how if you stay tuned, you'll see everything coming to fruition. Everything I said. So that part I could feel good about. And no matter how many people I say it to, it matters who. It matters who listens. You know. Play a little part real quick. Everybody going live with the jive.
America aimed bullets blindly butchering beautiful broken black boys' bodies, bridging caskets closed, clinging. America has dug out black boys into holes of pipelines to prison more than you can think of. I'm sorry.
This one's for my dad, who was killed long before the pound sign became hashtag, so they never said his name. He took his last breath at a time when people gave you their 2 cents, but never actually spared you change. No justice, no peace. That's what we sound like. We can't be long-lasting voices for our city if we're only being used as sound bites. Life changed the day I had a son. Felt a feeling deep down that some trouble was to come. A king I deemed destined for a crown until 2 gunshots took my son down. My heart is racing, hands shaking, spirit vexed from the news that I lost my own flesh and blood. Now what I'm gonna do?
So I should stop the violence and slow up crack. Look, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm a Ku Klux Klan in a dark blue suit, looking for the kids in the park to shoot. Wallet, cell phone, 100 bond keys, all that shit look like a gun to me.
I birthed, nurtured, and raised them to be slain, degraded to less than a vicious dog roaming untamed.
I run shit here. You just live here. Give me some donuts. Give me some beer. Just let me make it perfectly clear. What about black on black crime? Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. How dare we express any other type of pain? How dare we feel as though our own revolution is give us for such audacity?
Sure, love conquers all. Who are we fooling? Hate's been kicking love, but long just have been.
I don't know why it's skipping.
Still we rise, right? Excuse me a moment while I tuck in my nice. I'm mad as hell that our nation is bleeding. And no matter how many ways that slice that pie of justice, it won't cut even.
I realize there's no room to be black and be human, to be black and be beautiful, to be black and be honored. No, America just wants us to be black and be quiet. Being black and being quiet may allow us into your grace, into your
Haters. Hold on, I'm trying to find another one. Y'all don't go nowhere.
into your universities, into your corporations, and even into your black and being quiet won't allow us our own freedom. So until we get there, we might just be a little noisy. We might just be aggressive. We might just be frustrated. We might just be proud. We might just be powerful. We might just be beautiful. And last, what you fear the most, we might just be. I hope that's okay.
I think it's back. If it's back, just to make sure. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I'll take this dog out. Excuse me. All right, let's see. Shut up.
Golden State. That's why I drive this Chrysler Pacifica plug-in hybrid, so I can drive in the coveted HOV lane.
Get out of here.
I'm from Philly, Black Ice.
Let me ask y'all a question.
When you look at my brothers, what's your first impression? Does the sight of us leave you guessing, or do you understand the stressing, the aggression, the look of no hope on my niggas' faces, like the Lord overlooked us when he handed down his graces? You see, embracers fall short on the numb, tipsy street entrepreneurial fingers. Stuck in the walls of the project halls where the coke smell still lingers. External blingers is all we can be, because on the inside, we've been given nothing to shine on. And the gig is harder to get than coke, so niggas get their grind on, because the TV tells us, aim high, nigga, make all goals lateral. But that takes paper that we don't have, so niggas put their souls up as collateral now. Some niggas reclaim them, some blame them, make an excuse to sell them. But when a nigga goes from not doing to doing, what can you tell him? Not to be a nigga. Shit, I got to be a nigga. That's how I pay the bills. And I'm gonna do that whether I got to sling this coke or exploit these rhyme skills. See, America makes you an opportunist, and at the same time, they institutionalize you. So the fact that niggas get these big record deals, big money, and then go to jail shouldn't surprise you. That's what lies do. And most of these guys do have raw talent, just infantile education. So the business feeds them all the weed and ecstasy and a little bit of paper to provide some pacification from all the bullshit frustration they serve you. Meanwhile, they corrupt your perception of what the real is. See, they've taken all our businessmen and made them drug dealers. Took all our messengers, made them rappers just flapping their jaws, afraid to admit their treason. Took all our soldiers for the cause, made them killers for no reason and being fucked up. Well, that's in this season. So if you're negative, you're positive. And if you're positive, you're called a hater. But I maintain control of my soul because I know it gets greater later. And I told y'all the last show, I'm no hater. I just know what the truth is. I've been intertwining this pudding for a year now, so I know where the proof is. It lies in these Midtown Manhattan skyscrapers where former hustlers sign papers and do fucked up capers about 16 infamous stars at a time. Got them chopping and bagging and serving that shit to niggas 16 bars at a time. And the crime is undetectable by the feds because in the heads of our kids is where the track is. And music shoots straight to the soul. Is so potent, so it's much more addictive than crack is. Now, the high is just an illusion, lies and confusion, but just for that rush, just once these young bucks to go through it. So in essence, they're still flooding our streets with thugs, drugs, and killing. They just using these record labels to do it. Taking our heartfelt demos, putting us in limos, trying to fuck up our direction. And most niggas is trained to chase money and pussy, so we fall victim to our own erection. Now, convincing ourselves that we're on our way somewhere where we're not going, but ignorance is bliss, and niggas love this, so niggas take pride in not knowing. We not growing. Nigga, I give a fuck how slick you flowing if you ain't showing these kids nothing or adding nothing positive to the earth. See, I've been destined to touch this world since the day I was born. To be honest, fuck a deal. God gives me what I'm worth. Word. Let me see what else we got here. Philadelphia, Black Ice. Now see, I ain't no player hater, but I hate a player if you push me. See, nigga, while you stand there using all your heart trying to look the part with your cold, still eyes, nigga, you don't realize you just pussy for sale. Now see, I would call you female, but you too frail. While she held queen, I mean, your existence is fractionally vaginal. Like the slits of the holes you use to suit your feeble needs. You know, saturated soil and faulty fertilizer. Sure, your future seeds will be just like you, pussy, for sale. On corner auction blocks, lost flocks of brethren, now invested in by this America with stocks of cocaine. Temporary monetary gain in exchange for eternal pain. While the stain of your fault remains an ever imprinted actuality on your kids and in your kids as they too have to suffer with you through the bids. Just kids. Try not to let those lonely echoes bother. Knowing that father does not answer when they holler due to his undying infatuation with the dollar. Has been street scholar, now sees his toddlers through glass. And as the years pass, they grow fast and begin to understand. Damn, dad didn't have to go away from us because he didn't love us. Just that he wasn't no real fucking man.
That's real. Come on now.
Be like, oh damn, that's that cat that changed his name from David to Ayatollah. High roller, Motorola soldier, Tech 9 under his pump ass nigga. His future or past nigga, but that fast trigger got this die cast way out quicker thinking this shit is than mine. Nigga, it's not surprising. surprised to find that your state of mind got you parking that $63,000 Lexus Flex right outside your mother's hard-earned $22,000 duplex. You know, the one right next to the projects where pseudo-elated, coke gang created, crime-related manhood got you ass out, nigga. Getting high till you pass out, nigga. Quick way up, fast way out, nigga. How you figure? Your shit is bigger than mine. Man, I tell you, these fucked up times and hardcore rhymes got you throwing up gang signs and claiming coats or shades of color with shameless boasts of emotionless lovers that gazed upon an ice that cluttered that pendant of that religion you do not follow. Your faith has evaporated and made your soul hollow. Childhood dreams turned pharmaceutical schemes got you fucking with triple beams. Kept peeling and still a piece of this fucked up American pie ass nigga, ready to die ass nigga, fly ass nigga, sit you in a cell, you probably cry ass nigga. How the fuck you figure your shit is bigger than mine? I see you, diamond blinking, Cuban linking, and full length making, all strung out on disillusional thinking. And as the government subsidizes these laboratory high rises with new chemical surprises, you continue to hide your true self behind movie gangster disguises, oblivious to what life's true prize is, equating stupidity with the length you think your dick size is. The truth in your eyes is falsified, fabricated while you sit and wait for your fate to be debated by juries and judges who've held over 450 years worth of grudges, nigga. Get back, sit back and rediscover how to be an honest father, loyal lover, righteous brother, and not just another motherfucking.
I want to hear that last little bit again.
How to be an honest father, loyal lover, righteous worth of grudges, nigga. Get back, sit who've held over 450 years worth of grudges, nigga. Get back, sit back and rediscover how to be an honest father, loyal lover, righteous brother, and not just another motherfucking
nigga. That was dope. I'll do one more and then I'll do one. Pretty dope. One second. I picked another one. Yeah, I remember I did. I think Button Poetry. That was one of the sites that I went to. And everything is just live over there. Okay, give me 1 second, Joe. My son couldn't take my stuff. Oh my God, 2 degrees. Why is it only 2 degrees? My God. That's that stay in the home, damn, couldn't do nothing in 2-degree weather. You can't play in the snow, nothing. Jeez. Well, let me see. For some reason my volume just said it don't want to work. Let's see. Time out. Hold on. 2 degrees. That's crazy. All right. It says it's connected. So.
Welcome. Waiting to connect to Bluetooth device.
Yeah. So am I.
Connected to Bluetooth device.
Interesting. It's connected to Bluetooth but not playing. And not playing without the Bluetooth. So, let me see. That's interesting. I haven't had a technical issue in a minute. I feel normal. Give me. Bring up the other. They can't hold it down though. So bring up the other device. Anyways, I missed you guys. You know, I ain't been live in a minute. I thought I was gonna go live the other day, and it was just so much negativity going on. It was like every time I looked up, there was a new notification. Oh my God, it's 20 below. For what? Why? That's funny. All I did was push pause on the music and then unpause it. Yeah, unsubscribe is the key. That's the, a process I've already started. But like I've always said though, sub or not, you still have to click on and you have to sit there and you have to listen. So, being a subscriber doesn't count when you say, there's no excuse. You tune in, you tune out. It's just like I said before to the group, to you guys. I've done my subbing and my paying attention. It's for some people it's entertainment. For me, it's more education. I've sat back and I put myself in a position of people who do
Waiting to connect Bluetooth device.
These kind of like not scams, but these, how we talked about before, how they set up these scenarios, and basically they want to see how the public reacts, see how long, how they twist it, what comes about. And from a little girl walking into a freezer, we've gotten all the way into dick pics, money scams, platforms, going against each other, people putting people in places, people going to jail, people's kids have come up. It's unbelievable. When you think about from September 9th, 10th last year, we were just trying to figure out how the girl walked into a freezer all the way into what we have today. It's unfucking believable. And everybody who's in it is playing a role in it, but they're pointing a finger at the other person that's in opposition of them, not realizing your opposition of them is the ingredient to keep it going. Like, I haven't seen people with the wherewithal just to say, I'm just gonna go that way. And it's like in bits and pieces, they have saturated and shredded this shit to micro pieces. Go live to talk about a live that's talking about a live that's talking about a live. And the same people are tuning in. It's like where's now I know what your life is. This is like kind of like their life. And then it's hard to let go of it when you've been doing it for so long, even though you're not going anywhere with it. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. It's crazy where it started to where it's at. And you got all these channel holders going against each other. It has nothing to do with Kenneka Jenkins anymore. You know, you got Straight Drop trying to keep it going, or keep what he's doing going. And that, from my perspective, is to be applauded. But all the other shit that's come from it and through it and on top of it and scooting it over, and it's unbelievable. It's unreal. You got people who are trying to get a name. They're asking, help me get to 1,000 subs. You're going live and just talking shit about other people, and the same people are just duplicating, just going around in circles, just subbing to you, unsubbing, subbing to you. You lose the channel, they come back, they over here, they're not your friend, they're this friend, they're not your friend no more, this person. It's unbelievable. I'm so glad I got out when I got out. I could be in a shit storm of mess when I tune into YouTube. I mean, for me, it would be pure entertainment, but it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, all these names and people that have a name because they did some foul shit or because of nothing, but their name's been said so many times that you tune into it when you hear their name again, but there's nothing behind it. It's, you know, 1 or 5 or 6 people whose name constantly in bullshit, and when you go to their channel, there's nothing. It's like it's nothing there. But then you get people donating and hey girl. I watch it for other reasons. I watch it to be educated, to put numbers together, to get an idea of people, and it's sad. It's beyond sad. You know, you got people that are literally saying that they're not with the drama, but as they're saying it, their whole life is about the drama. It's like sneak dissing the whole thing there. And look, and I got accused for sneak dissing when I was saying either real shit or just saying it out in the open and being like maybe like funny or sarcastic, knowing that whoever's listening, whoever could take this a certain way is listening. So I wasn't, you know what I mean? But everything I was accused of doing, people are actually doing, and if it's a certain thing, they're just kind of like sweeping under the rug. Like, yeah, I did that, whatever, and okay. Or yes, this, but what, it's like, what? So that's why I say I feel good about being a man. I'm a man through and through, like, you know what I'm saying, from day one. And, you know, it's crazy because even the shit that was told to me that started the first beef, it's like, okay, now that shit's been said today, you know, and I don't know, it's just the craziest shit. Like my spirit works, man. My spirit works really well. So taking emotions and shit like that out of it, I'm glad I'm where I'm at. I'm glad I did what I did. But it's beyond entertainment. It's a real insight or peek into the mentality, the psyche of our age group. It's 100% responsible for this next generation not being shit. You know, a 15 to 20-year-old depends on a 30, 35, 40-year-old, what we leave behind. If we are the main people tuning in to fuckery, you know, every time something happens to a celeb, it's trending, and we you know, you got channels that don't really give a fuck about what they're putting out there. It's just that it's the next trending topic. And the way that these sheep-minded people move is if it's popular or dope or cool at the moment, then everybody jumps on it because they don't want to be left out of being part of what's cool. And I learned a long time ago when I was in school that popular is for a moment. Nobody stays popular ever. Sometimes people are popular off of negative shit. Popular isn't even positive. You don't have to even be popular for a positive reason. But this age that we live in now, people call it clout chasing. That's not even what clout is. You don't chase clout. It's an oxymoron. Clout is your life, your experience before you get somewhere. When you get there, who you are precedes you. That's what clout really is. What you already are, what you already been. These people are attention seekers, money seekers. So, is everybody buffering or just a man? Anybody else buffering? Yeah. So yeah, like that's the important. We all have to like, if we come from somewhere, naturally that's in your system. That's just like me being born in a certain community or in a certain tradition, and I get to a certain age and they take me out of that, or I want to get out of that. I have to process out of that in a sense, because at first it was like life, and then it becomes entertainment. You know what I mean? And then it's like you're paying attention to it just to see, like, okay, even though I'm not involved in this, what the fuck? Wow. Okay, whoa. You know what I mean? And then like I said, it takes a while to I'm trying to make sure that when I do go live, it's from the people that I speak to, right? So over a period of time, the people who are just going back and forth to hear this and that and bullshit, even though I'm unsubscribed, people still subscribe to you. So you gotta process out of it. You know, even when I talk about it, like I don't talk about a lot of other shit, but then there's so much going on, and when people make a reference to you or whatnot, like I told you, I'm always confront or address something that I feel need to be addressed, and then I move on. You know what I mean? But even though the channel's small, and even though maybe 5 people be in the live, and when I end it, or later on that day, if it's 30, 40 people, then that means somebody listened to something other than the people I was directly talking to at the time. And goes to show, you know, a reference I made in my last live, hour into my live, it's funny. Who I was referencing actually commented on their live and referenced me back in the exact way I knew would happen, because I was speaking factually. So yeah, sometimes I like to put that in the air, because it is what it is. The facts are right there. You know what I mean? Like, what you mean is, so yeah, it's a process. It's a process to get certain shit out your system, but because then you got to think too, over a period of time, you know, you spread apart too. Like I never realized how many people I was sub to, and you know, you kind of sub to them out of respect, because you want to be sub to as well. But being where I am in my adulthood is I don't do anything based off like other people. Like, okay, they're gonna like this, let me do this, or this is gonna give me more subs, or let me put this in the topic. And you know, I'm just real. I'm real with it. I live with 47 subs before I have 1,200, and they all came from somewhere else, and they only tune in to me because of where I came from and what I talk about as far as that negative bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good with me. I want to do a poem. I didn't name it, but it kind of goes with the theme of what I'm talking about right now. So let me see if I could get some music back over here, because I pushed pause and that thing didn't come back. Hello. All right, real quick. If y'all ready to hear this poem, put a one in the chat just so I can know.
Connected to Bluetooth device.
I got your attention and you're ready to hear what you tuned in for. Yeah, we're going the other way. We're going that way. It's a process. It's like I have to gut myself of it, you know, and some of that gutting myself is kind of staying away from it because I'm a human being too. You know what I mean? I've been tuning into shit I don't like, and I've been tuning into it for a very specific reason. Like I'm 100% convinced on what I say and what I believe to be the truth. So it's like, you know, I'm good. I totally understand. But what I don't understand is why my speaker is tripping. That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. All right. Silence.
Waiting to connect to Bluetooth device.
So with the speaker. Okay. Sound like you're listening to a Walkman headphone. All right. Poetry time. The reason the state of the youth is sad, because if they don't kill them, they'll set them up or feminize the dads. And these social media adult playgrounds are fads, giving you refurbished info and asking for cash, following trends, wayward men, leading confused women. Too bad. All that energy has created enemies, and I'm mad at myself for paying so much attention to the aforementioned. I can't convince folks not to listen. That's your decision. I'm just wondering what the hell y'all tell y'all children when you are responsible for the evil bullshit within the community you represent. If they knew better, they'd do better. No offense, but some of y'all need not to be on social media. No income having, no content, always beefing, feeding the hollow subs, something to grub on. KJ was a drug. Now all the dope is gone. Y'all need something to smoke. Now the soap is sold, but not the type that'll clean your soul. Get it together. Y'all need to do better. I'm on this positive trip. You with me? I'm on this shit forever. Yes, sir. That is to the bullshit community. I'm gonna actually record that one and post it. That need to be heard. I said, some of y'all need not to be on social media. no income having, no content, always beefing. What I say? Always beefing, feeding a hollow sub, something to grub on. KJ was a drug, now all the dope is gone. Y'all need something to smoke. So soap is sold, but not the type that'll clean your soul. Yeah. But again, you gotta listen 50 minutes into it to hear it. Yes, sir. So yeah, folks, I'm actually gonna come up tomorrow for sure, and I'm going to unveil a schedule that you guys could like get used to again. So it'd be something like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 30-minute show, music intro, a positive current event or something like that. You know, my poetry, some recorded poetry, and then a song or two for the outro. So I'll kind of schedule it to where you can fit it into your schedule there. Maybe like a 5, live at 5 my time. That way 8, I know K will be home. You know, so it'll be something, you know, you can kind of put in your pocketbook from 5 to 5:30-ish, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You'll have a little positive nugget you can put in your ear. The show will only be about that. It'll only be that. So positive poetry. And then Sean's Think Talk Live, I'll upload things as I feel, whether it's music, me and my son, some sarcasm, some whatever it is, that it'll be what it is. Sean Think Talk Live upload. So yeah, and this channel again will be strictly poetry. It's poetive, Sean's poetive channel. So it's kind of like it says it all. And I didn't erase positive because I want positives to still be seen, you know. So to be just that, you know, I've done my job as far as be positive and think and talk live and be real, and that's just, that arena is just not for me. You know, there's other people who could do exactly what I'm doing. No gimmicks. You know, I'm not the only person doing it. I made mention about me being the person in this community doing it. First to break away, first to acknowledge I want my own subs, first to not have gimmicks and things like that, first to be part of that community and not be one who puts people names in my headings, tags, keep beefing going. And because of that, my channel is very small. The universe heard me. So I don't need people, like, you can't slap me in the face with the size of my channel. That I've did it to myself. Like I sabotage that part of my existence on YouTube to exemplify how real I am. There's no one who could come from nowhere as a sub, sit on a panel, go get their own channel, and then say they did it all by themselves. It's a process to get out of the umbrella of someone else. Once you've done that, you can't stand up and say you did this by yourself. No one knew who you were until this process happened. So for me, it's staying alive on the same thing that I stepped out on, and being real as I ever have been today, yesterday. And if you take experience and use your hypothesis, I'll be just as real tomorrow. So if I'm talking to 5 or 6 people, I'm talking to a real solid 5 or 6 people who look forward to me going live and got my back. So yeah, if people really want to talk numbers, out of the few subs that I do have for this channel, the loyalists that I have, the percentages, you know, are like 12, 13, 14% tune into me. So let's not talk percentages if we talking numbers. All right. But other than that, real is always emulated and duplicated. and I'm able to drop off what I've done and move on. Like I don't need you to say you did or didn't get it from me. We all human beings with eyes and minds, and we've all watched the show. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, from me to you, this is my last acknowledgement on this channel of anything outside of what this channel is designed for. Sean's Poetive Channel. Positive poetry, that's it. Y'all hold me to that. I'll hold y'all to that. And we'll let whatever is be and be whatever it is we need to be. And that's it. And that's all. All that, you know, I'm speaking to that agree with me, is rocking with me, who will hold me to it and know that I hold you to it. Put a 1 in the chat for me. Oh, and let's somebody brought this to my attention some months ago. Let's put how do I put it? Give yourself a round of applause for being the chat that started this shit. Small and all. The first interactive chat that everybody wanted to come to. Like when they came to our chat, besides what we know now of the YouTube cancer, which was also brought to my attention by Ziz, the YouTube cancer came and has been the only reason that my channel has ever had any problems. 3 different occasions, all with that one person in the middle of it. Outside of that, this chat has been unbelievable. Despite whether it was 5 people or on the great days when it was 25 or 30 people, my chat has been emulated. Now channel holders actually know their people. Now when you go to certain channels, you see mostly blue. You know, now you got people who actually look down and talk to the people in their chat, which before you could say hi to a nigga for 6 months and he wouldn't say nothing back because he was too big. I've always, and you did. Money told me, Ziz told me, both of y'all. Fact, everything we've told each other and we've tried to give people the benefit of the doubt for has been truth. The shit that y'all told me, and I was like, okay, not saying that I didn't believe you. It was me just trying to create another avenue for said people. Don't mention names. I've said that from the beginning. Remember? If you don't like certain, I've been saying it from the beginning. If you don't like certain places, don't go there. Don't mention certain things. There's all this certain shit, right? And to me, it's a positive thing to see the good parts of what we left behind. Y'all, this chat, my chat will be emulated because we real people with a real connection to each other. We treat each other, and the people in my actual circle, albeit small, we ain't never got at each other because of each other. We ain't never did shit to each other. Somebody else was always involved. If any of us that tune into me ever got at each other, it was always, if you take a certain person out of it, circumstance wouldn't even exist. I look at shit like that. So whether it's thousands of people, hundreds, I love my little group. You know what I mean? We the realest people on YouTube. And the reason is because I know you guys when I don't go live. And you know me when I don't go live, and we're the same people. You know what I'm saying? We talk the same. We act the same. Even when we behind closed doors, it's kind of like, let's not talk about this or that, because I'm a spiritual person. I don't want that shit in my spirit at all. You know, and bygones are so accepted in this community where people could fuck up and you wake up and everything's cool again. It's like, you know, it's something about you queens being that, even when we're not in this thing here, and me being the man that I am, I'll give a damn what somebody say. When the truth, see, the truth don't have to be explained. The truth don't, we know what the truth is. We've seen it. We were here from the beginning till today, looking at it from like how it's off in the distance now, where it's like really small, but you can see it, and like we're slowly moving back. And you get to hear and see all this shit, and it's like, damn, I was a part of that at one point, but not that. And you look up and you like, God damn, look at all these narratives that have been created. Since the very first day this community was being established, the news that we heard and the questions that were brought about, ain't not one question been fucking answered to move anything forward. No real question. I told y'all from the beginning, every question that's answered is basically more questions. And that's all it is. And shit then got spiraled out of control to where now people actually have platforms based off their negativity. It's not even about that anymore. And I kind of love seeing it from this perspective, because it's like, I told you, I knew. That's why I'm where I'm at right now, and that's why I never grew. Because it's when you do the science, if you're not about bullshit, you are not gonna grow. If you're not kissing somebody's ass, they're not gonna promote you. I hear all this shit about the family tree. Ain't nobody helped me grow or promote me. Why? Because I wasn't down for none of it. J for pay or J for K. And you got to kiss some ass and be down with the devil. Social experiment to the 10th degree. Whoever put that shit out is rich right now. Because you got to think about all the channel holders who made a lot of money. Whoever put this shit out with no evidence, with no real backup, like people have taken that story. I would hate for my daughter to pass away and y'all get a hold of it. Boy, I don't even want no help. If this is what justice is, if this is justice for Kanika, please don't help me. Please don't help my family. Y'all will have my cousin defending his life. And I ain't spoke to him in 10 years, but that'd be the reason why he the suspect. Jesus Christ, please, if anything happened to me and my family, send your condolences and leave it at that. Don't try to figure out what happened. Because my family will be ripped apart and shredded apart. My mom will be accused for my murder. My brother, my family, my homies. Please don't. This social experiment, that's why I've been telling y'all. I took the word case out of it a long time ago. This is a story. It's a fucking story. And you know what you can do with a story? Whatever you want. You could do whatever you want with a story. Think about if there was something factual that happened in 1200 BC. 1200. By the time you hear the story in 2018, it ain't going to be that story no more. You're going to be trying to figure out what the story is. So that's it. That's all. But yeah, y'all gotta kind of just do what we've been talking about. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I know it ain't popular for me to be talking about anything in that. But yeah, like I told y'all, this is my very, very last live, and I wanted to actually go hard and spill some beans and put it all out there, but then that would cause more drama for myself. So I'll do you and I'll do me a favor. I'll leave it right where it's at. I want you guys to have the best day you possibly can. Best day you possibly can. And be positive as you possibly can. And know that I appreciate you few who tune in to me, because no matter what the number is, I mean, I wouldn't go live if it wasn't for my faithful 5. And I know that because of what we built up over the last 10 months, 9 months, there's kind of like when I don't go live, you're like, something a little bit missing. So like I said, Monday through Friday, I'll put in the description section tomorrow, and I guess I'll put it in there for always. What the schedule is, I'll do my best to start my live at 5. It'll be about 30 minutes. The 2, 3, 4, 5 hour shits, I'm not gonna be able to do those anymore. And I believe short, sweet, and something you can get used to, and something that it's scheduled will be cool. And because I have my own little group of people now, it doesn't matter who else is live. That used to be like a little bit of an issue. I know that if I go live and somebody else is live, my people are going to come over here. So I appreciate, I really, really do. The Zizzes, the K Moneys, Tammys, Tonettes, the Amanda, and even Spirits. Kels when she pops up. A few that pop in and out that you don't come as often as these ladies, so it's hard to just say all the people who come when they want. But these ladies here that I mentioned, when I go live and they see it, they're here. That's even if someone else is live. So I appreciate y'all, because I wouldn't have been on YouTube this long doing what I do if it wasn't for you, like literally you few. And obviously anybody else that tunes in is a blessing. So considering I'm more on the positive side of things on YouTube, anybody that tunes in to me it's very appreciated, because I know what the temperature is here on YouTube. I know what people like to tune into, and I know that it's not me. So I appreciate it again. I'll leave you with the song. It'll sound like it's coming out of the headphones because my Bluetooth is tripping. Give me 1 second, because I think I might have a remedy for that.